Hi, we're going to make a web application. We want to display this data of this spreadsheet, and also want to add some new data like this, like 5, like conception, and the path is that number. I'm going to update, and yes, it works in the spreadsheet. If I delete the data in the spreadsheet like this and update the page, you see that the data is doesn't here. So for make that, we need to start in AppsScript page, this page, and we want to push a new project, maybe in English new project, I don't know. So we delete this. We will use this function to get that make use of HTML service and the create template and this thing. The template is for index, so we need to create a new file called index like this. Okay, and I will write hello in Spanish and play save and play. For what? Because I really need to give these permissions to my Google account. I click next and permit. Okay, so now we can give a name to the project before implementation. The name I will use is single page app, and I will click in new implementation in web app, and any name is good. This is not a restriction or something else. I will use any user and done. I will click in this URL, and we'll see that hello is present. So this is not the thing that we see in the old video, but this, the div URL that is in test URL for our code. So I made a change, and in the test URL, when I save and update, we will see the change that I made. Sorry. So we need to do something in this HTML file for make a web app, the single page application. For do that, the first thing we need is Node.js. I already installed it, so I show you this page for you install that. It's simple, it's not complicated, and I will work with the VS Code. So also I display you the page, you can download and install. That's no dramatic thing. So okay, we'll close that and close that, and the folder in where I place my project is this. I will right click and open the PowerShell here with shift and I will write okay, we will need to see the version of Node, so I write this. It's okay, I recommend you to update Node, and I will write npx create React app, and the name of the project. In my case, I will name this video 003. Enter. This is take an eternity, and I will accelerate the video in the other chart also. So okay, this finish here. The next thing I will do is enter to this folder, cd video 003 and npm start, like that code suggests. This is for see the this page that is the React sample app. Is another thing that an image rotating and a text. It's not something special, so we will close that and stop the console with Control C, and yes, I think in English that is yes. Close that, and now we will to make change on our project. For that I use Visual Studio Code, is this, and I will open my folder that I have here, yes, and I will only drag and drop the folder. Yes, I trust the authors, no problem. Okay, and make this the white correct, also this side. Okay, first I will open a new terminal in PowerShell and run npm run build. Why I run this build? Because I want to show you the build folder is this, and this carpet of static, this folder of static, sorry, and this static folder isn't here, or we can't to play here, so we need only a single HTML file like this. I found this page in internet, and this do the thing that I need, only one HTML file. For that I need to install Craco, that is in this page, and the installation part is here. So I will execute this command npm install Craco, copy, and we will paste in the terminal and execute. It's the same as enter. Okay, let's finish that. The next thing is create this file. In the page that I found, they said that we need to put this code in this file, so I will create that. Copy that thing, open our project, okay, and select that and create new file. The name is that, okay, and the code I need the code that is in the page, Craco page, that is this. Copy all, copy that, and paste it in the new file that I create. Yes, only a thing, I have this autosave on for good for me. So if you don't, you need to push Control S, I think. Okay, the next thing is package.json. We need to make these changes, so I will copy that, and in package.jsons I will only paste the thing that I found in internet, paste that, and erase the signs, this and this and this and this. Okay, and the thing, okay, here, okay, the thing that have React, I will rename with 1. I don't want to erase, because I don't know, I want to conserve that. Okay, next step is run that command, copy, and in the terminal I will paste that and enter. We wait for that to execute, and if everything is right, we will see that page, the same icon rotating. Okay, so stop the console with Control C. Yes. Okay, and next we will test the thing with npm run build. What is the main purpose of that? Have a single HTML file like this, and this will work in the AppsScript part. So I will copy that for test, and we will paste here. Yes, we'll save, and in the dev URL I will refresh, and you see it's working except the logo part. So we need to, okay, the logo is not important, but I have solution for this if you need to implement it. Is this page I only will upload an image. What image? But the image that this project have. I will rebuild in folder. Okay, and open that page, and only made a drag and drop. It's very easy. Okay, a time for auto delete, and I will click on the image and copy the URL to that image. And in the project, now we will see some React part. In the folder rc, we will find this logo part and erase that code of line, that import logo. We don't need that. Erase that, and we will reference to internet the URL that I copy, and npm run build. For what? For make this single HTML file with that reference, with that new reference. So these things done, and we will all again copy all the thing with Ctrl E and Ctrl C, and again we will paste on this index part. Erase and paste the new part. Save, refresh, and you see the logo. It's okay. It's okay, and the app is okay again. So this is so much work. Do the part of copy, paste, refresh, etc. So we need to make this more easy for us. So the first thing that we need to implement is Clasp. Clasp will permit us to update the files that we have in AppsScript. To install, we need to implement this part. So copy that part of code, that command, and we will run in our terminal. Paste, enter. That's no magic. Okay, the next part we need to do is this: habilitate or activate this part. So if you don't have this part activate, please do. And the last thing that we need to do is go to this part, to docs, the TypeScript md, and run the command that is here. This command. We will copy this command in the project, in the terminal. We will paste and click enter. Okay, it's good. So we need a folder for that files. So I make a folder called app in this part. Make the folder, new folder, and the name will be app. Okay. Next part, we need to log in our Google account. So Clasp login. Yes. This automatic. We will open this view, and we will select our account. We will click in permit or in agree, or whenever word in English that appear to you. And finally we need to run this command clone. This is WinID, this is with a full URL, and this is with the option of folder. This is the thing that we need to do. Our folder is not rc, is app. So I will open a notepad for help. I will copy that I need. Okay, and this part is the ID part is this part. Sorry, is this string. But for easy thing, I will copy all the URL, paste all the URL for make no errors, and the folder that I will use is app. Okay, we will copy all this line, Control C, and paste that. Enter. Is cloning the files, and okay. One fix that we will need to do is this class JSON. In the folder class JSON, we need to move to the root. Okay, here aside these files. The next thing that we will do is test that thing that works. For that, we will make a change in src. Maybe insert a word like hi, hello, hi, sorry. Okay, we will run the build. Okay, and with that new file, we will only copy and paste or drag and drop. First, we will delete the file that is in this carpet collab, and we will copy the new file in the app folder, the index file, no other file. Okay, we will need to move this thing to the server, so we need to run this command clasp push. Wait until it's done, and go to the implementation part, this part, refresh, and you will see the change that you made, or that we made. So this is the first thing. Second thing that we need to do is the copying between these folders make automatic. How we can do that? With a util.js, a file that I create. I have this code from others coders. The code is very simple. We will call this thing, and we'll specify the name of the final folder and the first folder, and only will we put a copy of these files. this the first folder and the final folder, and the path result, that is for the complete path of files. Okay, so the next thing is test this code. We will delete the HTML file in the app folder and run node.util.js. Enter. Okay, you see that the index we will successfully copy to the app folder. And if you see the path, the work that we will need to do for see a change is this. For example, make a change of text like that, like my name. First thing we need to run is npm run build. Second thing we need to run is node.util.js, and the third thing we need to run is Clasp push. So there is a way to run these three things in only one single line of code, and this is through package.json. So we will open the package.json. In the script part, we will to make BLD new script, and this is I have this in here. These three commands: Craco build, node.util.js, and Clasp push. And this is very easy. Only I need to write npm run bld, and the three commands we will run successfully. Other thing that I want to implement is BootStrap. So I will run this command npm install save BootStrap. Enter. And we need to put an import here, this import, to make a successful import of BootStrap. Next, I will test this npm run bld, and in the browser we will see this change of color. That is because we implemented BootStrap. So the next thing that we will do is the hard code in React. React is basically HTML inside JavaScript. So the first thing we need to show is a table with the data. So I will copy this table of BootStrap example. Select all, copy, and in the code paste that, format the document, and test it if this is successfully shown. Only one thing: the class in the HTML need to be replaced with class name in React. Class name. Okay. And okay, this is good. npm run bld, and test it in the browser. Yes, it successfully run. This thing is different in the tier library because the example of React have his own styles in the app CSS, and I will I can delete, but I want only comment that. It's better for future problems. Okay, the next thing is import this React thing, and I will use the state and the use effect thing I need these two constants. So the next thing I need to is to use the use state through this data, and headings, and set data, and set headings. I will explain you later how to use that. Okay, the next thing I need to do is to get the data from the spreadsheet. For that, I will make this function that I name getData in Spanish. And in this function, the first thing I need is the ID of the file that I will retrieve the data. I didn't create that file, so we need to create a new spreadsheet file. Okay, spreadsheet, new file, and in this new file I will give a name like data table. It's okay. And the data I have in other file that I will copy. This data I will select and copy and paste in this file. Okay, and copy this ID in your file. You will copy this ID. Please don't do the same ID that I have, please. Paste your ID, and I paste this code. What do this code? Get the data from the spreadsheet, open it by ID, and get the data's page that I don't have in this name. I need to rename the page in this name, like datos. You can use whatever name you want. And get data range for get all data, and get values for only get values. I don't want to color or that thing of the spreadsheet. The next thing that I need is the headings. It's mean this this thing, the titles of the table. And the other thing that I need is the data body, which slice I only have the data, not the headings. The next is the array object, basically object of arrays of objects, sorry. And the next thing is for every data body, for each data body, we need to get the data in object format. For that, I use this object, and in the property I will use the title or the heading, and in the value of the data body, and push to make an array of objects. This is not very clear, but in the implementation you will see that more clear. So we need to call this function in our app. I make use of use effect of this. Use effect you basically run the first time that they call the function app, and this array, this empty array is for that. The next thing is the function or the things that I will run. This is Google script run. Basically, I retrieve this array object through that function and say the data to that. Basically, say the data is the thing that I do here. The next thing is create a bar, aux bar, and the next thing is to get all the keys, the headings really, and we will set the head in this variable. Other thing, sort y, sort because I need to, if you see, the first letter is in alphabetical order, so I need sort to order that. I don't get the other form to do that, so if you find other form, please tell me. And finally, I want to show you how see that. It's very easy. I call this function, and in the with success handler I call the other thing. So okay, with this use effect and this Google script run, we retrieve the data, we will save in the state, and next thing we need to show the data. So I will delete that. I will paste my code here. This code what do? This code is very easy. Take the heading part that I assign in this part and show this data through map function that make every element or C showing th tags and delete the first letter on the title or in the headings. It's very important that if we need to run the spreadsheet function, we need to authorization or give permission for that. So we'll need to execute, and this message we will up, and we need to give our permission to run this thing. The thing is okay. So now we will show in the browser the app. Okay, and update the browser, refresh the browser, sorry, and you see that we will show in the headings. Okay, it's very good. So next thing that we need to do is with the data body, basically make the same thing that we made here. So I will delete this part, I don't need more, and with the map function again I will run through data, but most importantly I will run through the headings. Why? Because I need to run through this new object and find the thing that is equal to these headings and show it in the correct order, because I need to show in this order inside the TD tags, and every row will be part of this map function of data. Every new object or in the array need to be a new row. This index is not necessary, this neither, so this is okay, and we will see if the implementation is good. Okay, refreshing browser, and you see that the data is shown in the browser. That is very good. Make a fast test and put some data here, like 5, like conception, like this number, and refresh the page, and you will see that the conception part is shown to us. So delete and test if delete works also, and yes, works also. So the next thing we need to do is the form part. For that I will make an input part, an input tags of HTML, and make some placeholders that will help to show the user the thing that they need to put in. The same for the three others files. ID node is for Spanish city, and the other thing is population. Okay, and in React for okay, test this part, and next thing is the explanation of React. Okay, these things works. I can type anything, but the next thing we need to do is to get this data that I put in the input tag, in the input thing. So for that I will use this new constant that use state, and this is for updating the thing that we will see. So the in React for capture, for obtain the data that we will input, we need to get this thing, get the onChange, and onChange will call a function, this function that I have, or whatever function that you want. But for this example I will use that use two entries, props. If you see props and this part with this part is very similar, this is because we need to make an object to push the object from here to the data and the spreadsheet. So we call the function. The first thing is the event, arrow, okay, and the function update data, update row in Spanish, and the event, and the other thing that I defined in my function was props, that is for obtain the property of the object. If you see, the property is the same that the titles, the titles of headings, and have a initial letter like A. So I will write A and the tag that is ID, or the property of the heading. So I will copy this and paste in the other two tags. Okay, and I need to change these properties for the proper headings, and this is the same, say population. Okay, and other thing is this e target value, for obtain the value that the user are typing in the file. So copy this and make equal for the other two, and test it. npm run bld. I implemented that thing, console log end file, to get this in the console, to show you how an object is constructed. So I need to refresh. Okay, I see nothing. I need to open the console. I will to inspect, and if you see this thing appears in the screen, I need to click on this thing and reload the page for get rid of that. Okay, go to the console part, and I will tip something more here, and you will see in the console that the new data is showing us. This is the object that is created because I am typing in these files. Okay, and this object we will send to the AppsScript part, and we need a button maybe to send to this part. So make that button. Okay, the button will place here, button. Okay, and for the styles I will risk with help from BootStrap, button. Okay, and this primary button is okay. I will copy that. And if you remember, in React is not class, is class name for propriety of tags. Class name is okay. Paste that. Okay, these already have codes. Okay, button primary, class name, and similarly that on change in a button we need to make on click. Okay, and we will call a function. This function I will paste here. I call it update data in Spanish. In this function, well, first we will need to call, okay, and in this function the first thing I do is set the data, basically add the new file with concat function, and the next thing I do is call, okay, say data is because we need to use effect to update the screen, and this data in the screen. Yes, it's only for that we need to use state and set data. The next thing is this Google script run part, that we will use this add sheet function that I didn't write in the AppsScript part, so I need to make this, and this part for set to 0 and one console log for see the data. So we need to add this function in the Google part here. So I will copy this and paste it in the Google part, function, paste, and the name of this will not be in file, will be vals, and the same thing like the other function, the ID, the data may be done, maybe only the sheet. We will rename this like sheet, and only the sheet. Get the data I don't get interested into. Okay, and the other thing that we'll need is the headings, this headings part. If you don't remember, this is the same headings of the table. And why need to call them? Because we will loop through the vals. In this case it's only one thing, but in this object we will run to every property, and is this the same like that we have in our spreadsheet? We will assign the values that this have in the object, and if is null, undefined, or 0, we will put 0 or put nothing, literally, and we will append this row to the spreadsheet. Is basically the thing that I do, and return vals only for I don't know, for see if that thing works. With a console log we will print that vals thing, and the console and the setting file that I explained before. So test that thing, npm run build bld, sorry, and update that thing. Okay, I forget to put a name in that button. So back to my project, find the part of the button, give a name like update in Spanish. Okay, and npm run bld. Okay, back to the browser, refresh that part, and yes, have a name that button. Any data of example, like 5, like conception, like this number. Okay, and update, you see that it works in our screen, and this will the return of the say data, and the other thing of the data show us in the arrays of object, like I said to you. This is array of object, and in the sheet you see that this thing successfully paste the new data. I delete, I will update it here, refresh, sorry, and you see that the data is deleted. The final part is put this thing in a page, in a correct page, in a shareable page. For this I use Google Sites, and I get rid of this heading part, and I put any name like single page app or SPA, web app, series in Spanish. Okay, and for put our app in here, I need to copy not this URL that have dev, but the URL, the implementation URL that is here, new implementation. You can give any name, where like before. I will name public one, and implement it, and we'll copy this URL thing that have this final exec part. It's very important, that part. I paste that, and if everything works well, we will see in our page the app that we made, sorry. Publish whatever name you want to do, and see. And this is the final part. You can get rid of that inicio part. I don't know how to say that in English. I don't know if in English we will show something in that, but this URL will be our app with ID, with a city, for example, and a pop, and update, and you see that thing is working in the spreadsheet also. So this is everything for this video. Please subscribe, make some questions, and be kind with my English, please.